novamusic.com.
I'm Freddy Demarco here with Blackstar at Nova Music in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hanging with the HT5. This bad boy is a 5-watt amplifier with a 10-inch speaker in it, and you just heard me play through the gain channel. Tons of saturation in this if you want it. And I barely even have that turned up, so we can get a lot louder than that, as you'll hear in a little bit. It's a 2-channel amp, has a clean channel and then the overdrive channel. But one thing I'd like to talk about that's so special about Blackstar is this ISF feature. It's called Infinite Shaping Feature. Basically, it's a dial design that's on all their pedals, overdrive pedals that is, and their amplifiers, where if it's on the right side of 12 o'clock, it's voiced for more of a British sounding amp, and by that I mean darker, more hollow, traditional rock type tones from the harder rock edge that kind of over on that side of the drink type sound. Well, on this side of the drink, there's a US type sound that's been going on, and they dial that in on the left side of center. So this is a dial where I can mix the best of both or go more American, more British. I'll back off the gain a little bit on this and give you a bit of an example. So here it is dialed in more to the British side, a darker tone. I'll hit a chord and I'll turn that ISF and you'll hear it brighten up and get a little bit more of a American amp type attitude. More British. More American. So that interacts with the treble, middle, and bass to give you all kinds of tonal options and flexibility. I'm going to click over to the clean channel with the volume back down a little bit, and we're going to take advantage of the technology that's so clever in here. They do use 2 tubes. There's a 12AX7 in the preamp stage, but what's magical about this is there's a 12BH7 tube that they use in the power stage in a push-pull configuration. For those of you that aren't so technically savvy, basically what this is doing, it's a design to make a 5-watt amp feel and react like a 100-watt stack type of thing. And one of the great attributes about that would be the old school way of playing, where they would actually hit a chord and get the gain, like a clean channel perhaps, cranked up. And I could back the volume down to clean that up. And it's very responsive to my pickup switching, so I'll just play with that a little bit. Extremely magical amp. That's all the clean channel. Then we'll go to the overdrive channel, And the gain's backed off at more like around 11 o'clock to get the more of a traditional crunch. And the ISF is going a little bit right of center to the British tone. Now I'm going to crank up the gain, and you'll see you have a real creamy type tone coming out of this. One thing I like to do in the studio is, of course, mic the 10-inch Celestion speaker in here and do a track on the left, so I'm doing stereo rhythms, like maybe a distorted pop tune, and I'll record that, and then I'll go into where we're going now that you're hearing, the emulated line out, and do the stereo track that way, because I have a little bit different color on it. I can change from a 412 to a 112, but what is so amazing is the authenticity of this tone, as if it's been mic'd up by a very good mic. This is the line in. Check out the gain side of the amp. So right now you're listening to the 412. Here's the 112. You'll hear a little more girth come in when I hit to the 412 button. Check this out. So, a very impressive emulated line out. Thanks for joining me for the Blackstar HT5 here at Nova Music in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.